Now you have finished reading my novel. What is your first impression?
Well, after reading the novel, Revolution of the Monks, I thought it would be based more on the politics and structure of the revolution. But I found it more your personal experiences and lifestyle during this process.
So you found that I used the revolution as a background for my experiences.
Yes, I found it more about your personal reactions and emotions to your personal situations.
Were there any surprises in the book? And has it changed your feeling toward the monks?
Yes, it definitely changed my perceived ideas of how Burmese monks lived. But in general, no, it hasn't changed my opinion towards them.
After reading about me in this book, do you think I was a monk who did not obey the rules of the monks?
In general, no. I think you explained very well throughout the book that the thoughts and experiences of the Burmese monks was different to what us in the West perceived they were.
After reading my book, what did you get out of it, and has it changed your perception?
Yes, I felt it's definitely changed my perceptions on how Burmese monks live. It's been very interesting, and it was also very, very interesting to read about the differences in culture and politics in Burma at the time.
After we publish this book, do you think I will be in the dangerous situation? For example, the Buddhist monks and Burmese government will feel angry what I wrote in this book. Even I have been in the monastery since I was 3 years old. I have the proof for that.
I can't speak for their side. I think here in the West, we see you more as a person, as a human being. In your book, I found you were quite hard, possibly aggressive towards the police and military services. In the West, we tend to look on these services more as protection. But in Burma, your accounts are not so.
I don't think that the aggressive word uses in this book against the military and the police are offensive to them. Now I will explain to you who the military and the police are in Burma. They have had poor education at the time in Burma. Now, I don't know exactly, but not a lot of change. So I have been in France for 6 years ago. Since I was 3 years old, my parents left me in the monastery. Time to time, I visited to the village of my parents. Around the village, they are the soldiers, the police. Sometimes I had a conversation with them. Through talking with them, I found out they had not had a good education. In Burma, there are two ways you can become a soldier. The first way is when you finish your high school level, you will receive the paper and enroll in DSA, which means Defense Service Academy school, and you become an officer. Normally, if you finish your examination, like the bac in France, the students have learned about their human right or teamwork, and to think what is their right and their responsibility. The education system in Burma is not like in Europe. Many children, many students, they are not honest with their exam, and because of good contact they can enter into DSA, Defense Service Academy School, with a low education. Because of this, they are not able to decide what is right or what is wrong, what is good or what is bad. Being an officer means having power, can be someone important, and be the president in Burma. My master, he wanted me to be an officer in the military, to become president or someone important in Burma. That's why many people would like to attend military university to become an officer. They don't really know what their responsibility is. They want to be an officer in the military just for the power. The second type is that they join the military at very young age, 13, 14, 15 years old. Most of the soldiers are around 20, 25 years old. So many soldiers are uneducated kids. They are recruiters who try to get a kid to join the army. These children are from poor uneducated families and hang out on the street. Because of this, I think they will not take offense of my words in this book. Also, they know this is true reality of their life, that they don't like their lives in military. I have to describe them like this because this is the way it is in Burma. Yeah, when I describe like this for Western people, it's come across as harsh because here in Europe they are military and police to protect you.
Why did you entitle your book Revolution of the Monks?
Well, firstly, I choose the title Revolution of the Monks because this project gave me an idea to write this book. And secondly, it implies about change, personal and psychological change within a monk. It is about how I changed my way of thinking, tradition and my monk lifestyle. So it is because of these two reasons that I titled this novel. This is not a biography, as it's only related to the time of the protests in Burma. After reading this book, now you have understanding of the personal revolution of monks. Many monks have left Burma after the revolution. For example, I'm not a monk anymore. Many monks in Burma, they don't want to be the monks anymore, but they are afraid to be poor in city life, so they are still monks. Me, I have made a change, or you can say a revolution of my monk life.
So my last question is, why did you decide to write this book? What was your goal? What was your incentive?
Well, after the revolution of the monks, I moved back to the frontier, and I had many struggle and rested in a town at Thai-Burma border named Mae Sot. There I met some monks who were in the revolution. They are not the writer or artist. They live normal monk life. Me, I'm a writer. Even if I did not publish anything in Burma, I left to write poetry, the novel, the article. Like my book, The 8 Pathways for Life. It is the philosophical book. It is in English. And I visit to meditation center with Spanish woman. This is the novel, long novel, which I wrote in Burma before the revolution. I have two reasons to write this book. Firstly, as I'm a writer, I cannot live without writing for 9-10 months at the border. Secondly, when we arrived at the border, many journalists came and asked many questions to the monks and the people. I heard some monks talk about their personal emotion regarding this revolution, but they did not remember anymore about the revolution in detail. I noted the dates and the situation about the revolution as soon as I arrived at the border. I knew exactly how the revolution was started. Why? There are a small community among me and my colleague, monks, and Monnier. This is not his real name. He's a young boy. We did not see each other all the time, but we know what each other are doing. That's why finally I found out who Ugambiya is. He became famous, very famous, after the revolution of the monks. Well, what I want to say is many monks give interview, but they could not give the background behind the revolution or many details. Me, I was not very famous, but it was me who is walking at the back. But I hate from the media because I don't want to be famous and I don't want to be on media. I live it close to Shwedagon, Bagoda. In this area, all the police and people, they have known me before studying the revolution, because I was with the tourists many times on the street. Also, I did not think one day I could be at the border. I wanted to have a good life in Burma, but our country is very poor because of the military government. So that's why me and my colleague monks exploded our emotion at this time. I was an organizer from behind the revolution. I gave many suggestions to other monks leaders. So it is only me who know all the details regarding the revolution. The people who were involved did not know all the details on how the revolution started. But they made many interviews afterwards because they were famous, they are close to the media, they're politicians. So I decided to write a book about this revolution, or everybody will forget our revolution and get wrong information. Even Wikipedia, they could only write down the limited information which they had from the people who were in the revolution, but nobody knows the details. In the book, I miss my personal life and the revolution. I'm sure that all the Western people like Buddhist philosophy, even they don't know the lifestyles of monks in Burma. I don't think they will look down on Buddhism and on other monks because of this book, but some of them will look down on me a little for sure. But I don't care for this because I'm not a monk anymore in Europe. And also I like it, my life in monastery, because I live in monastery for 22 years, and also monastery stay in my heart. And also I have many gratitude to the monastery. I just want to tell the reality in this book. So I would like to say that I write this book not to attack. I was a free man when I wrote it. I'm not standing at the side of the politician who are against the military government or at the side of the monks either. I don't want to tell lies about this revolution. The essence of this book is, after reading this book, everybody will keep it in their library, and this book is very, very, very useful for everybody. And this book is, for example, for the philosopher, for the sociology student, and the politician and diplomat, and also all the people who are interested in Burmese culture and Buddhism. I think everybody will get something from this book, and also they will have better understanding of Burma and Buddhism, and that is what I want to give to the people with this book.